Hello, Earthlings, greetings. This is another Miguel the Planeteer video. Welcome and thank you for being here. Today we're going to cover the top 5 changes in behavior that you can do to help out the environment, to help out our planet, and reduce our impact towards it. Disclaimer: this video does not include very big picture changes in our human behavior, such as transitioning our economy's energy systems away from fossil fuels and towards sustainable and renewable resources. That's more big picture things that we should call our representatives about. But this is more small-scaled little changes in our every day-to-day lives that could help out the planet. Another disclaimer: this does not include, this list doesn't include the more obvious changes in your behavior, such as recycling, composting, and riding a bike to work instead of a gasoline car. So I hope you find these 5 things. I hope you find this list interesting and doable. So let's start. Okay, so number 5 is reduce restaurant plastic, what I call restaurant plastic. For some reason, restaurants are very interested in giving you massive amounts of plastic when you get a to-go order, or if you're in the restaurant eating in. Strawlessocean.com has this challenge called the Stop Sucking Challenge. That's a very interesting challenge that's trying to get people to rethink their usage of plastic straws. Because, I mean, think about this one-use plastic product. You use it once, you throw it away, it goes to a landfill, it ends up in the ocean, and some fish or other sea life might eat it, might be poisoned by it. Point is, you don't need it, so just don't use it. Also included in this reduce restaurant plastic category is takeout containers.
Paper bags within a plastic bag that includes plastic fork and plastic spoon with a plastic knife, all wrapped in a plastic bag, which is then saran wrapped in plastic.
It's as simple as letting the restaurants you're purchasing from, tell them, hey, you know what, could you just please give me the burrito? I don't need the plastic. So for number 4, I chose reuse old clothes. So a good way to reuse textiles is getting involved with thrift stores. Another option that you could do is make tote bags out of old t-shirts. This is something that my organization, Students for Sustainability, this is something that we did yesterday, actually. We got old clothes. Some of them we got them from thrift stores. Some of them were just our own old t-shirts. We cut out the sleeves. We cut fringes on the edges of the shirt and tied up the fringes, and it's as simple as that. You have a cool tote bag which you can use for your grocery shopping, or for going to the supermarket, or for your books, or for whatever you are interested in carrying in a tote bag. Number 3. Okay, so for number 3, I decided to put the category of reducing food waste. This is actually a very big problem because a grand total of about 40% of all of food in the United States is wasted. This is not only a moral issue, a moral dilemma, the fact that 40% of food is wasted in the US and there's world hunger, but also there is the issue that all of this perfectly untouched, perfectly consumable, perfectly good food, when it goes to landfills and the process of decomposing these massive amounts of perfectly usable food, it produces carbon dioxide and it produces methane, which both are greenhouse gases which contribute to the warming of the planet. A good way to reduce food waste is number one, plan out your groceries and your diet. Plan out your meals for the week when you go to grocery stores. Don't overbuy. A second thing you can do is distribute your unused food to people that need it. Whether that be in food banks or any other related services. Um, a noteworthy app website that I'm trying to get my organization involved with is unsung.org. I will put a link on that website in the description box as well. It's this system in which restaurants that have abundance of food can distribute that food to the people that really need it, and this system allows for food to be used by the people that really need it and avoiding perfectly usable food from going to the trash can and ultimately ending up in landfills. Number two. So, number two is changing your diet. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations has found in studies that, quote, animal agriculture is responsible for 18% of greenhouse gas emissions, more than the combined exhaust from all transportation. One of the reasons this is the case is the phenomena with the cow industry, the cattle industry, the beef industry. So what happens is that because of our economy's high demand for beef products, the cattle industry, it has to resort to deforesting rainforests in order to make grass, to make room for livestock, to make pastures for livestock. Not only does this deforestation reduce our planet's ability to absorb carbon dioxide, but cows, as silly as it may sound, have deadly farts. So when cows fart and burp, um, and their unique digestive system causes them to fart and burp frequently, they emit methane. And methane is a very powerful greenhouse gas, more powerful than carbon dioxide. Um, and so by reducing the demand of meat, you reduce the demand of deforestation and the pollution of methane in the atmosphere. The number one spot is for volunteering locally. This could include starting a community garden, such as the one that Students for Sustainability works on. We work on it throughout the semester. It is a good way of increasing the amounts of plants that are around you. These amazing things can capture carbon dioxide and help contain our greenhouse gases. They help the local wildlife. They help with the decreased population of bees. Um, so yeah, anything from vegetables to flowers. Make sure they are not invasive species, however. Um, But yeah, starting a community garden. Think globally, act locally. That's the phrase that applies here. We can't save the planet if we aren't taking care of our backyard. That's the reasoning behind the number one spot, which is volunteering locally. So thanks for sticking to the end. Um, Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if you thought another item should have been on this list, please comment that below. I'm always interested in new ideas and environmental actions and behavior changes that we can implement. Thank you once again, and see you next week.